Hello students, this is Vitthal Anwat and today we are going to focus upon our first paper Fundamentals of Human Geography. In this subject we are studying the chapter number 3 Population Policy and Environment issue related to the population. In this chapter we are going to discuss upon the topic of environmental refugee. The what is environmental refugee and which region have mostly influenced by this environmental refugee we will be discuss in detail. So, what is a environmental refugee? The peoples or the human beings which are affected by the environment. So, due to this affected by the environment, these people are live their home place. Such type of peoples are concerned or the known as the environmental refugees. Apart from various environmental hazards posted by the climate change, it's another critical dimension in issue of environmental refugee. According to most commonly cited Mayer estimates, more than 200 million peoples might have to give up their home due to the climatic change. Means according to some uh, population geographers, 200 million people in 2015 they will be give up their homeland because of the climatic changes. In fact, that global warming may force millions of the peoples, mainly in Asia and Africa. The most common cause will be remain the global warming. What is global warming? The average temperature of Earth has been raised. Such a process is known as the global warming. To leave their homes and migrate to other place. The India virtually draws attention to present the international frameworks for the rights of such displaced people. The United Nations Refugee Convention was conducted in 1951, which is initially dealt with the European refugee gain global ambits with its 1967 protocol and governs the United Nations High Commission for Refugees. However, in 1951, the convention's restricted definition of the term refugee only in the context of people feeling a state in the fear of persecutions. And according to the international refugee law is generally agreed that the person displaced by the climatic change would not be subject of protection under the 1951 conventions relating to the status of refugee. Means the various United Nations and many allied agencies define the environmental refugee. The role of recent climate change into the environmental refugee is remain important part. According to the Howard scholar Docketry and Guinea, United UNFCCC has an environmental law treaty primarily concerns state to relation and preventive in the nature and less focused on the remedial action that are the needed in a refugee context. Means what? There are many treaties has been developed for by the United Nations. Means in front United Nation is getting a frontier action for the make laws for the environmental refugees or another. Means related with the environmental laws, they many MOUs has been established between the various countries. Thus, neither existing climate change law nor refugee law adequately provides for climate change displaced persons. Subsequent climate change protocols like Kyoto protocols or the Copenhagen and Kyoto Protocol is concerned with the environmental laws, and we learned into the last year. Okay. What was that? The Kyoto Protocols and this Copenhagen, they are mostly related with the reduce the carbon, then global warming, the increase in the temperature has been declined. Such policies has been passed by the Kyoto Protocol, which is Kyoto Protocol was assigned into the Japan. Then such type of the protocols and treaties has been registered into the under the United Nation. Various types of the organizations has been developed such type of the treaties. In that, Kyoto Protocol and Copenhagen Protocol are the primer. Then Paris agreements also play the important role into the these types of the treaties. In these treaties they mention the right of migrants in its preamble, but does not draw upon a text of the agreement. Means this Paris agreement is mostly cover the right of the migrants in preamble. Yeah, though peoples who are the migrant from another country to this country, they such a type of the people's rights has been declared by the Paris Agreement. The agreement in paragraph 50 of the laws of the damage section create a task force to build up the existing work and develop recommendations for the addressing the climate migration, but it is unlikely to solve the problem given its unforeseeable nature and no mention of its function, structure of funding. There are many treaties. The agreement means into the last session we discussed that these like as per Kyoto protocols or the Copenhagen protocols or the Paris agreement, many agreements have some drawbacks, like as they are the unforeseeable nature and no mention of the its function. What is the function of such types of the treaties has been not discussed by them. And the funding is the most important issues which is not declared by in this treaties or the for this organization, because of all function is totally depend upon the funding. So these are the some treaties which are associated with our uh, environmental related issue, and that's why the most of the region of the world has been find out the environmental refugees. In India we can find out that we can get example of the Rajasthan. From Rajasthan, due to the high temperature, the people are migrated from this Rajasthan to region whereas the temperature is moderate, like as UP, Bihar, Maharashtra, such states which are the migrant issue has been found. Most of the people get the preference to leave their locations because of the high temperature. Sometimes it's maybe reverse effect, like as whereas the minus temperature these people also leave their homeland. Then whereas the very low precipitation such people also get the preference for migration, and whereas the high rainfall such people also get the preference to the migrate anywhere into across the world. So these are the some examples of in India. In our Maharashtra also we can get a example from Marathwada to Mumbai, Pune and Nagar. These people get the preference to this city because of the temperature, then drought, then such type of, then many, if we get the example of Vesuvius into the European countries, the most of the cities are directly merged into the active volcano. So most of the peoples live their locations for permanently. Means the people who migrated from due to the natural calamities, such type of the movement is concerned here, the environmental refugees. So it is to be noted that the draft of the Paris Agreement discussed before the COP21 provided for the climate change displacement coordination facility. Then means like that, these are the treaties which are the mostly focused upon the rights of the migrant people. The scholars like Frank Berman and the Ingrid Bowes, Angela Williams, J. McAdam, these are the some scholars who play the important role, and they accept the challenge of climate change, including migration, comprehensively is need for the hour, and underline that need to be productive rather recreationary steps. These are the legends who give the preference for the such type of the treaties. Thank you very much.